Oh, that deserves an Oscar. Soccer players dive to gain an unfair advantage by falling to the ground and possibly faking an injury, all to give the impression that a foul has been committed. A 2009 study identified 4 distinct actions that may indicate a player is taking a dive. These are taking fully controlled strides before falling, clutching a part of the body where the player was not hit, such as when a player is kicked in the right leg but clutches the left leg, taking extra rolls after falling and hitting the ground, and performing an exaggerated and unnatural gesture of raising the arms above the shoulders and extending the chest while falling, which researchers dub the archer's bow. The 2009 study was published in the Springer Journal of Nonverbal Behavior by Paul Morris, an expert on the embodiment of emotions and intentions in the Department of Psychology at the University of Portsmouth. A separate study led by Robbie Wilson of the University of Queensland found that dives most often occur when a player is near the offensive goal or when a match is tied. Wilson's study found players dove more often when referees rewarded such behavior. Case in point, during this year's World Cup in Russia, Brazil's Neymar has found himself the subject of relentless mockery for his frequent flops. But with Brazil in the round of 8, what incentive does he have to stop? Keep watching for more sports stories.
How professional cyclists can cheat using hidden electric motors. The Union Cycliste Internationale has confirmed this week that the bicycle used by Belgian pro cyclist Femke van de Drescher during the World Championship in Belgium contained a hidden motor. Drescher says she never cheated and that the bike in question belongs to a friend. According to reports, she explained it was given to her in error by a mechanic before the under-23 race at the World Cyclocross Championship on Sunday. Drescher reportedly pulled out of the race due to a mechanical problem, and the motor was found during an inspection. Professional cycling regulators are increasingly concerned by the use of hidden motors, but how does the technology work? When cycling, some cyclists employ the use of a hidden motor to help them move faster. A motor such as the Vivax Assist can be installed in the seat tube in a bicycle frame. Motors like these are powered by a battery, placed either inside the bicycle frame, in a saddlebag under the seat, or in a faux water bottle. These motors can be operated in a number of ways. A sensor installed close to the pedals and connected to the motor detects the cyclist's pace. At higher speeds, the motor runs faster, helping the rider move quicker. Another way to use the motor is by pressing a switch or lever on the handlebars. However, these are visible and easily detectable. Cycling competition regulators can detect motors by using a computer, which read radio frequencies emitted by the devices, or with the use of X-ray machines similar to the ones used in airports. The practice, also known as mechanical doping, can lead to heavy fines as well as long bans for offenders.
Aaron Hernandez's brain had substantial damage. Research conducted by Boston University's CTE Center has revealed that former NFL player Aaron Hernandez's brain tissue had severe damage from sporting injuries. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is a neurodegenerative brain disease typically found in people who have suffered repeated hits to the head. The repeated blows shake the brain and cause the buildup of tau proteins, which hold together microtubules in the brain cell's transport system. Tau protein buildup can gradually disable neural pathways and cause memory loss, dementia, and ultimately kill brain cells over time. 99% of NFL players included in the study were diagnosed with CTE, while 91% of college football players had the same disease. According to Dr. Anne McKee, a neuropathologist who directs research of chronic traumatic encephalopathy at Boston University, said her research team discovered Hernandez had stage 3 CTE and that they had never seen such severe damage in a brain at his age. Less than a year after signing a $40 million contract in 2012 with the New England Patriots, Hernandez was convicted for the murder of Odin Lloyd in 2013. Hernandez was also involved in a double homicide in 2012. On April 19, 2017, Hernandez hanged himself in a prison cell while serving a life sentence for murder. He was 27 years old. McKee and her team of researchers believe CTE severely impacted Hernandez's decision-making abilities during the events leading up to his death. Hernandez also inherited a genetic profile that may have made him more susceptible to CTE. Brava! A Brazilian sports reporter clapped back after a man tried to kiss her on camera during the World Cup. The incident went down in Yekaterinburg while Julia Guimarães was reporting on the Japan vs Senegal match for Brazil's TV Global and Sport TV. As the camera rolled, a man suddenly ducked into the shot and tried to give Guimarães a peck on the cheek. The journalist dodged the kiss and proceeded to confront the jerk, reprimanding him on his highly inappropriate behavior. Guimarães tells him to never do it again, that it's not polite and not right. Off-cam, the man can be heard apologizing repeatedly. The Global reporter said that while she never experienced this in Brazil, it's happened to her twice during the World Cup in Russia. She hasn't been the only victim either. Days before, a Colombian Deutsche Welle reporter got kissed and groped on cam by an entitled douchebag. She chose to continue the report despite the interruption, which DW later denounced as blatant harassment and an attack. A Phillies fan was hit in the face with a flying hot dog. CBS Sports reports a Phillies fan left a game on Monday night with a black and blue face, but not from a fight with a fan from the other team. No, she was injured from regular baseball stadium snack food. The Philly fanatic, beloved mascot of the Philadelphia Phillies, was driving in the field with its hot dog launcher during a Phillies-Cardinals game and started launching the All-American treat into the crowd of fans sitting on the stands. Kathy McVeigh was in that crowd at the Citizens Bank Park when she was struck squarely in the face by a flying wiener. Accidentally, of course. McVeigh was rushed to the emergency room where she had to undergo a CAT scan. Speaking to WPVI, McVeigh said the hot dog came out of nowhere, noting that the injury would probably get worse before it gets better. However, McVeigh said she's a big fan of the team and doesn't plan to take any legal action. ESPN reports that the Phillies reached out to McVeigh and offered her tickets to a future game. Ex-footballer jailed in China, but where are Trump and the media? Former Ball State College football star Wendell Brown has spent the last 14 months in a Chinese jail for a bar fight where authorities claim he hit a man. On September 24, 2016, Brown was at a birthday party when some other Chinese men not with his group wanted to drink with him. He declined, they got butthurt, and a fight broke out. Brown was later arrested for hitting a man, a claim he denies. He said he only raised his arms to block glass bottles that were being thrown at him. Wendell was taken to the Chongqing Jiangbei jail anyway, where he has been since. A court appearance in July saw the state's evidence against him fall apart, but with the Chinese prosecutors maintaining a 99.2% conviction rate, chances are slim Brown will get off. He's facing a 3 to 10-year sentence. His family has tried to hire a Chinese lawyer, but legal costs are skyrocketing, and China's ultra-fair and transparent legal system doesn't help either. The three knucklehead UCLA players who were dumb enough to steal from high-end stores in China had UCLA, Trump, and the U.S. media in their corner. Where are Trump and the massive media exposure now?